While you were in the kitchen talking to Adam, what were you talking about?
I can't remember. We just, I know we were talking about music because at that point in time, you know, I've been doing music a while, and I had messed up a record deal, and we were just stuff like we were talking about that.
Was it for rap?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Did you and the defendant hit it off? Did you two rap together anytime?
Yeah.
And at that time, did you think he was a pretty okay guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
No reason not to dislike him or anything?
No.
Okay. After smoking, were you all high? Did you all get high from smoking?
I mean, yeah, I'm assuming everybody was already high when we got there. You know what I mean? But yeah, we all smoked together. We were all getting high.
Okay. Did anyone show the effects of getting high?
No.
Okay. How long do you think you stayed in the kitchen talking to Adam or Slim?
Not long. 5-10 minutes.
Okay. Do you know or have you heard of a whisper app?
No.
Okay. Do you know if you were talking about that at the time?
No.
Okay. Do you know or do you remember if Ashley came? Where was Ashley? Do you know anybody named Ashley?
No.
Okay. Was there another female at the house?
Yeah, I told you there was. I just didn't know her name.
Okay. Where was she?
Towards the back rooms.
Okay. Was she ever out there when you was with Adam?
No.
She stayed mostly in the back room?
Yeah.
Okay. At some point in time, did Angel and Ron come home?
Yes.
Approximately how long were you at the house prior to them coming home?
I can't remember. Like I said, I couldn't remember if they were there when we got there and left and came back, or they were already there.
Okay.
Because they spent the majority of their time in the back.
In the back room as well?
Yeah.
Do you remember anything about a poster or a wall mural?
No.
Okay. Did you partake in putting up a poster or a wall mural?
No.
Okay. And you said was that Ron and Angel spent most of the time in the back? Yeah. You were in the kitchen with Adam approximately 10 minutes. Please tell the court what you did after talking to Adam in the kitchen.
After talking with Adam, I got it formally really introduced to Quinton, and we started talking, hit it off. I went and sat in the living room and sat next to Toni for a while, and I was talking to Quinton. We were kicking it, you know, back and forth, talking about music, and he was telling me that I think at that point he worked at a oil change spot or something along that lines. I mean, we were just having a normal time. Everything was cool.
Everybody was getting along, laughing, joking?
Absolutely.
The defendant seemed like a pretty cool guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing wrong?
No.
Okay. When you came into the house, did you have a gun on you?
No.
Okay.
Toni had a firearm.
Where was that firearm?
In her purse at that point in time.
Okay. Was it in a holster in her purse?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been marked as. What number am I on? 38. Thank you. I'm going to show you what's been marked as State Exhibit 38 and 24.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to show you first State's Exhibit number 24. I'm pointing to an object on the ground. Well, you don't recognize anything in this picture.
I can see it.
Well, I know you just saw it. Do you recognize that?
Yeah, it's Tony's purse.
Okay. And I'm just going to hold it up, Your Honor. It's hard to see. You said that's Tony's purse? That's the purse she came with that day?
Yes.
Is that the purse that the holster was in?
Yes.
The holster that had the gun?
Yes.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit number 38. What is State's Exhibit number 38?
That's the holster that was for her gun.
And can you describe that gun that Tony had?
It was a gun, the handgun.
Okay. Do you remember what color it was or anything?
No.
Do you know if she took it out of her, first of all, prior to the incident, had she taken it out her purse?
While she was emptying her purse out, yes.
Okay, that was the incident. Prior to her emptying her purse out, had
No.
she taken that purse out?
No.
Did she wave it around?
No.
Did she threaten anybody with it?
No.
Okay. Did she point it at the defendant in any manner?
No.
Okay. While you were there talking to Adam, at any time, did you threaten the defendant?
No.
Okay. Did you have a gun and threaten him?
No.
Okay. Were you aware if Adam had a gun?
No.
Okay. So when you first came into the house and was talking to Adam in the kitchen, you were not aware that
Yeah.
Adam had a gun?
I didn't know he had one on him at that point. No.
So up to that point, had Adam taken his gun out and threatened the defendant in any way?
No.
Had anybody threatened him with a hammer at this point in time?
No.
Okay. How about a machete?
No.
That includes you and Adam.
No.
That includes Ron. Did Ron come out the back room with a hammer?
Listen, there was no machetes.
Okay. So everybody is enjoying themselves, having a good time.
Yes.
You're in the living room sitting next to Tony, you said.
Yes.
Where is the defendant?
He was sitting across from us,
Okay.
talking. He was talking with us.
You said he was sitting across from you, talking to you?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure we get this correct. And will you please use your pencil and put
Yes.
an X where you were sitting? Oh, you know what? I keep looking. Okay. Can you put a circle where Tony was sitting? And can you put an X where the defendant was sitting? Okay. So you all, and that table that's knocked over, was that table in the middle of you all?
Yes.
Okay. And Adam, was he still in the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay. Will you please tell the court what happened next?
Well, we talked for a while. Like I said, Quinton and I were sitting there, we were getting along, just rapping back and forth and talking, and we had both stepped into the kitchen for a minute. We were talking with Adam. Everything was copacetic. I don't know exactly what we were talking about, but after a while, we went back in the living room and sat down.
In the same position?
No, at this point, I went to get on my phone.
Okay.
Which I was sitting at the very last cushion in the picture,
Okay.
towards the window over there.
Can you
by
hit
the
clear?
TV. Okay, can I circle it?
No, can you hit clear?
What do you mean clear?
There's a word
Oh,
that
I'm
says
sorry.
clear.
I got you.
Okay, now can you put an X? You said you went in the kitchen for a while and talked.
Yeah, and then when I came back and sat down, you want me to put an X with that?
Yes, please. Okay, you came back. You sat in a different place. This is after you, Adam, and the defendant were in the kitchen talking for a while?
Yeah.
Approximately how long did that conversation
I
last?
don't know. It's, you know what, to tell you the truth, I was high. Time.
That's
You lose
fine.
track of time. So, I mean, we, like I said, we're all having a good time.
That's fine.
So God knows how long, for real.
That is fine. So when you go back in there, you sat in a different place. Was Toni still in the same place?
Yes.
Okay. And put a circle where she was. Okay. And when the defendant, where did he go when you went back in there and got on your phone?
To the same spot.
Okay. Now, what happened at this point?
I was on my phone. Next thing I know, Toni gasps. He had grabbed her gun. Quinton had grabbed her gun.
How did her gun get out?
She was going through her purse.
Okay, now you can tell that part. I know I stopped you before.
Yeah.
I apologize. Talk about how her gun got out.
All right, so she was going through her purse looking for something. I don't know exactly what she was looking for, but she had taken it out, set it on the table.
Did she take any other items out of her purse?
I'm sure she did. Like I said, I was on my phone, going through my phone, so.
Okay. While you were on a phone and Toni was taking items out of her purse looking for something, was there any arguing?
No.
Was there anything that caused you any concern between the defendant and Toni?
No.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
And so I look over, here she's scared to death. I look over, Quinton standing here, got her gun. So.
Standing where?
He was standing, now he's standing right here.
Okay, can you push clear?
I'm sorry.
Okay, now please show the court where.
Standing right here.
Okay.
And
where was the table? Was that, it's hard because it's flipped over. Was he standing in front of the table? Okay, that's where the table was. Okay, and Quinton is where the X is. And where was Toni? Okay. So he has her gun.
yes,
What happened after that?
I jump up,
Okay.
start talking to him. Slim is in the kitchen, starts yelling at him.
Okay.
Now,
What are you talking to him about?
I'm trying to calm him down, and he's asking me if she's the police, which I was like, no. I'm trying to calm him down. Like, what are you doing, man? You're tripping. Put the gun down. Relax.
When you say calm him down, I know he had the gun. How is he acting like when he's saying?
Like he was out of it.
Okay. It's hard to describe.
It's just, it's hard to, it's just like, I wouldn't say he was panic stricken. He wasn't panic stricken, but he was definitely, it's hard to explain. You'd have to do drugs to understand.
Okay.
He was in another world, like as far as, he was convinced that she was a cop, and he was looking at us to verify that she's the police, and I'm sitting there telling him no. Slim's yelling at him, screaming at him, telling him to put the gun down.
Okay. What happened after that?
Everybody was froze for a minute. I could see he was thinking about it, and Toni's over here. She's scared to death. Toni twitches, and he snatched her up, yanked her across, literally drug her over the table pretty much.
Is that how the table fell?
Yeah, well, it might have been from us. I'll explain that.
We'll get to that. So he yanked her. How did he yank her up, or where did he yank her up?
He snatched her, he grabbed her up and yanked her over by the couch he was at.
Okay.
And those started firing the shots.
Okay.
And
After he yanked her up, how were they positioned?
I don't know. My mind was just trying to get to him to get the gun and get them apart.
Okay. And you said he yanked her up, had her. How long after you, and if you know, and let me just tell you, if you don't know anything, say you don't know. Don't try to answer a question you don't know.
Right.
Or don't remember.
Gotcha.
Okay, after he yanked her up, do you know how long he had her before shots began being fired?
No.
Okay. Were they tussling over the gun?
Yeah.
Was Toni trying to get the gun from him?
No, she was trying to get away, and I came over, and he fired. She was trying to get away from him. Mm-hmm. Shots got fired. I ran over. I tried to get between him and her.
Was that after the shots were fired?
As the shots were being fired.
Mm-hmm.
So I might have been the cause of, maybe, because I know I tried to push her out the way.
You tried to push Toni out the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then at that point, him and I locked up. I bit into his face. I'm wrestling him for the gun. That might have been how the table got knocked over. Okay.
Was that causing commotion and noise, everything in the living room?
Oh, absolutely.
And when he had her and yanked her over, where was he standing? I see the couch.
You want to hit clear again?
Yes. Was it? There's a front door there as well.
Yes.
Is there a statement? hold on, let me get this. Okay. Gonna put State's Exhibit number 11.
Okay.
Okay, now, when he yanked her up, approximately where do you believe they were? Okay. And that door would have been closed.
Yes.
Okay. Were they standing?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know, was he in front of her in front of him? Were you paying any attention to that? Okay. Okay. So that's about where they both were. Oh, and you spelled out him and her. Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't notice that. So where the word him is where he was, and her is where she would have been Toni. Okay. He had her up, shots fired. You said you tried to wrestle the gun away from him.
Yes.
Before we get into that, was anyone else in the living room when this happened?
No.
Okay. Do you know where these people were? Were you focused on that?
No.
Okay, so you don't know where these people were?
No.
Okay. Do you know where Adam was at the time?
Yeah, he was still in the kitchen, kind of just probably in shock. Who knows? I wasn't really focused on him when I had his, trying to get this gun. And he, you know what I mean?
Now, when the defendant grabbed Toni's gun, had Adam pulled his gun out at that point?
I don't know.
Okay. Prior to him grabbing the gun when you were sitting on the couch talking on the phone, had anybody threatened the defendant with the gun?
No.
Okay. So Adam was in the kitchen at that point in time?
Yes.
Adam had not pulled his gun out or threatened the defendant at that time?
No.
Did Adam, prior to this, threaten the defendant with the gun?
No.
Okay. Please tell the court what's going on as you're trying to wrestle the gun away from the defendant.
Well, that was that. Well, I mean, him and I, eventually I tackled him on the floor. I was biting his face, trying to get the gun out of his hand.
In the process, did you bite your own lip?
I did. Bit a hole through it.
Okay. Were you able to get the gun away from him?
No.
Did anyone come to help you?
No.
Okay. At some point in time, did Adam intervene?
Yeah.
Will you please tell excuse me, Your Honor, will you please tell the court about that?
Yeah. I know I couldn't get the gun from him. I was trying to get out of there at this point. At least separate from him. And I started running towards the back room. We ran towards the back room. Adam went out the sliding glass doors. I went out the sliding glass doors. I didn't, at that point in time, too, as far as the other two, I didn't even know they were still there. I know Angel was. And Angel came to me. I stayed and yelled I was at the back porch, and she came to the back door and said, "What do I do?" And I said, "Call the police and you tell them what happened."
Now, I need some water. Prior to running out you said the back door?
Back, the sliding glass doors.
Oh, okay, and that's over the balcony?
Yeah.
Okay. Prior to doing that, at any point in time, did Adam intervene with his gun and use his gun to help you?
No, I mean, he didn't use it.
Use it, not use it as in shooting?
Yeah, he didn't, he didn't use it, shoot it or anything.
Okay. And do you remember him hitting the defendant with the gun?
No.
Okay. How did everything break up on the floor with you all?
Adam kind of intervened and pulled, because I was on top of him at that point. I just couldn't get that gun from him. And he snatched me up, kind of yanked me, "Let's go." Okay. And Toni, she was on the couch.
Was she moving?
No.
Did this happen quickly?
Yeah, it happened quickly.
Were you focused on the defendant?
I was.
Were you focused on the gun he had?
Trying.
I'm asking that question because if there's people around you doing different things you may or may not have seen, is that a fair statement?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to show you what's been marked. What number? Okay, well, before I get to that, one, can you hit clear? Thank you. As you were leaving, and sorry if I asked you this, as you were leaving, did you say anything to anyone?
Yeah, to Angel.
And you told her to call the police?
Yeah,
Where did you go after you left?
I ran.
And why did you run?
Well, at that point in time, I had a parole warrant, and I ran because he still had the gun in there with him.
Who shot Toni Westover?
Quinton did.
Okay. Prior to the defendant shooting Toni Westover, was anyone acting aggressive towards the defendant?
No.
And again, at that time, you did not have anything against the defendant.
No.
You two were in the living room having a good time. And when you say rapping, you literally mean rapping, like verses rapping.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you aware if Toni knew Quinton, the defendant, prior to coming over there?
She didn't.
I'm going to show you what's been marked. The state's exhibits 39, 33, 41, and 40 and 41. Take a moment and look at these exhibits. Do you recognize the individual that's in State's Exhibit number 39?
Yes.
Who is it?
It's Quinton.
In State's Exhibit 39, I'll put it up there now.
Oh no, that's my lip.
Okay. And you. I don't even know if you can see it anymore. Can you circle what you are trying to show the officer or detective? And what is that?
That was where my lip was healing up from the gash that was in it, that I bit through it.
And is that when you were telling the court you bit the defendant's face?
Yes.
And that was during that scuffle in the living room?
Yes.
Is that a fair and accurate representation of how your lip looked in a healing stage?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hit clear, please? Showing you what's been previously marked as State's Exhibit number 33. Do you recognize that individual?
Yes.
Now, on July 25th, 2022, first of all, who is that individual in that photo?
It's Quinton.
Okay, did he look like that on July 25th, 2022?
No.
What was different?
He had hair.
On his head?
Yes.
Did he have hair on his face?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 40. Do you recognize the person in that picture?
Yes.
Okay. Where did you bite the defendant? Okay. For the record, you circled healing mark. Does it look to be healing mark on the side of the defendant's face? Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
And I'm going to show you a close-up, State's Exhibit number 41. Can you hit clear? State's Exhibit number 41. Do you see that mark on the face?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor.
Basis.
He doesn't know if that's a healing mark or not. He's not an expert witness.
All right, sustained as to that opinion.
Okay.
That's the area that you bit him, Mr. Fielder?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
And that's in State's Exhibit number 41. Do you see that area still?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, afterwards, did you talk to anybody or were you texting anybody?
I don't remember. I'm sure I did.
And that's in regards to the incident and what had happened?
Yeah, I was definitely in shock. I was hurting.
Were individuals blaming you for not being able to stop
Yes.
the defendant from doing what he did?
Yes.
I'm going to show you, what number?
42.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 42.
Me.
Do you recognize that?
Yes.
What is State's Exhibit number 42?
Can't remember if that's text message. It might be messenger. I'm not. No, that's text message. I can't remember who I was talking to though.
You're not going to.